Hi friends, thank you for joining me today. My name is Andrea and today is the first episode of my Itaki Pro series. I thought it'd be nice to start by making beef pho. What's nice about the Itaki Pro is that you can cook your food while you're doing other things. And then when you're ready to eat, you have a nice and hot meal made fresh and waiting for you. Meals in the Itaki Pro take a little prep work since the idea is to cook away from home. I've prepared all of my ingredients beforehand, which you could do the morning of or the night before, and I've put them into these little containers and they're so convenient. I can take my prepared ingredients and cook anywhere. If you are going to be cooking away from home in the Itaki Pro, I recommend that you get a nice decent set that is leak-proof and stores compactly. I've got links below to the containers that I used. Okay, so the night before or the morning of, we'll start by soaking a single portion of small flat rice noodles in hot water. For us, that's about a quarter of a package of a standard 454-gram bag of rice noodles. We'll let this soak for about half an hour, then we'll strain them out and put the noodles in our container to take with us. Okay, so I have here this little box of condensed pho soup seasoning. If you want to purchase the same one, I've linked it below. The package says to add 2 cups of water, but I find that using stock adds a touch more of a savory flavor. You could, of course, use beef stock for a meatier taste, but I just have chicken stock on hand, so that's what I'll be using. The soup alone is really good, but I find that you can really liven it up by adding half an onion and 1 peeled and smashed piece of ginger about half the size of your thumb. For easier cleanup, you could instead use 2 teaspoons of onion powder and 1 teaspoon of ginger powder. That's what I'll be showing you today. Here I have in this container some thinly sliced beef strip loin. I've also packed half a handful of cilantro, roughly chopped, 1/4 stalk of green onion thinly sliced, and a single portion of bean sprouts. I like bean sprouts, so I just added a handful. This is an appropriate amount of garnish for us, but it might be different for you. In this last container, I have here pickled onions. I highly recommend that you pickle your onions for this. It just adds another layer of flavor. So this is just 1/4 of an onion, which I've sliced into thin slices. It's soaking in about half a cup of vinegar and 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. This only really needs to be soaking for about half an hour, but of course, you can soak it for longer if you'd like. Okay, so it's getting close to lunchtime and I'm getting hungry. So about 15 minutes before lunch, I'm going to add my seasoning cube, my ginger powder, my onion powder, and my stock to the food container. I'll be adding to the heating plate about 2.5 cups of the little cup that comes with the Itaki Pro. Then I'm going to place my food container on top of the heating plate and put the lid on. Snap the sides closed, plug in the Itaki Pro, and press the button. About 20 minutes later, open up the lid carefully because the steam will release quickly and it'll be really hot. Now I'm going to add in the noodles and let it cook for about 15 seconds. After 15 seconds, place the beef slices into the food container on top of the noodles and let the soup cook your beef for you. Garnish the bowl with green onions, cilantro, bean sprouts, and pickled onions. Enjoy! Don't forget the hot sauce. Thank you again for joining me today. If you liked my video, please click the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more fun ideas to make in your Itaki Pro. Until next time, friends. Mwah!